Hey there traders, welcome back to the channel. It is the end of the month already. January is gone, January 2026. So this is my week and month in review of that. It's been a kind of a busy month and been able to reset from a lot of the stuff that happened last year and start fresh. Let's get into what's going on with my account. It's currently sitting at 182,354. Cash in my account available 41,934. 13,000 of that is tied up as collateral for I got this put on QQQI and I have a put on TQQQ. That's about 10,000 of that. Plus I've got these put credit spreads. So this is a $5 wide one. That's a $500 one. This one is $10 wide, so that's another $1,000. And then same with this one here, this GE. That's another $1,000. So that makes up the options collateral. So I'm trying to do more credit spreads instead of just straight puts. I'm trying to be a little bit safer. Stuff has gone down recently. For example, this hood, I've got 400 shares of this, and it's gone down to 98. My cost is 126, and I'm really oversubscribed with this. So 126.41 times, I've got 400 shares of this. That's $50,000 of my $182,000 account tied up. Same here with NVIDIA, which I like hood and I like NVIDIA and I'd like to hold them long term, but per my account size, it's just too much. So I'm going to try to change that. And once the market starts to rebound, if these get called away, I'll just sell calls on these. And once they get called away, then I'll have more cash available. So that's kind of my plan, is just to kind of, while the market's down, try to sell at my cost and reap some benefits. I do have this above my cost, but the money I have tied up in this right now is 210.29 times. I've got 200 shares of this, so that's another $42,000 tied up in that. So that's a huge, it's half my account. So I'm using less to make the money I'm making. So this month with the premium, that's 36.64 is what I've made, and I'm not making that with $182,000. I'm making that with less, using this, this $41,000 cash available that I'm using. So I can get into some of my trades. I've been interested in this ASTS recently, which is ASTS Space Mobile. It's a company that's not profitable yet, but I love the idea of it. It's a satellite communications company, and they're signing up the big telecoms to participate in this. They're launching a constellation of satellites right now that's going to allow direct internet and calls to your phone from space instead of some cell tower, or like if you're using internet with Starlink or something, you still have to have a device, and this eliminates the device. So the technology of that, not having to have a special separate device to talk to the network, is phenomenal, and it covers a lot of dead spots around the earth that normally a cell tower or something with your cell phone wouldn't be able to reach. So I love the technology there, and it's gone way up in value. So I'm dabbling with this. I've got a bunch of shares in this that I've purchased outright, and I'm doing I've done some put credit spreads on this. So ASTS, what do I have here? I've got 20 shares, and I bought these at 82, and it's gone up as high as 128, but right now it's at 110, 111 or so. Anyways, I did a buy to close on this. I collected 282 premium, bought it back for 16. This ANET, Arista Networks, this one just expired. So I collected the full premium of 270 here, and that one's just expired. Next one here is SMH. This is a ETF of all of the top chip makers, and it's over the past year, it's gone up 63%. And over the past 5 years, it's gone up 231%. And I don't see chip makers going out of business anytime soon. So it's got all the top holdings of all the top chip makers like Micron, NVIDIA, AMD, Micron, Broadcom, Taiwan Semiconductor, NVIDIA, Lam Research. These are huge, Texas Instruments. So you get a piece of all these. And I like that it's an ETF, so you're not stuck with, a single stock going bad. So you can see why it's just going to keep going up over the next few years. I think it's got big potential. So my account, I'm trying to invest with this as an anchor for growth, and then I'm trying to invest in VUG for growth as well. As a Vanguard growth fund. Where's that VUG? So I'm trying to build up VUG as a core position. That'll just allow me to grow a lot. VUG has grown 13% last year, 83% over 5 years. It's kind of like VOO, but it's a little more towards growth. So that, and then I want to build up my SMH. This trade was a vertical put credit spread. It was 10 wide, and it got towards the end. I collected 456. It cost me 18 to buy it back, so I ended up at 438. Did another one of these with the $5 wide spread. The first one was 200 shares. The second one was 100 shares, so one contract. That's still in process. collected 133 on that. The price has gone, up to 403, so I don't think it's in danger of coming down. If it does, I'd be happy to buy this. If it was between these, then the sold put would be in the money, and the long put would be out of the money. So I'd be assigned these shares, or I could close it out. But I typically do vertical put credit spreads with the intention of, if it ends up between, I'm going to treat it like a put and just be assigned at a good price. Okay, moving on. The next one is TQQQ. This is the put. It's still going on. It's in process. I collected 211 for that. And the next one is AMD, a vertical put credit spread, 195 to 185, $10 wide. Collected 430 on that. Did a buy to close. Cost me 68.16. So I ended up with 361. I did a put on Amazon next for 230. At the time the price was 238 and went up to 240. So I did a buy to close on that. It cost me 83 to buy back after collecting 235. Ended up with 152. Nvidia, I'm just trying to, at my cost is 210. So I'm just trying to do this at my cost and collect a little bit of premium. It's pretty far down there, so it's hard to collect premium, but got a little bit, 142 for 2 contracts. And if these get called away, I'm happy to get that cash back in my account. Same thing with Hood. We went over this before. At the time, it was 108, so I was able to collect a little bit of premium at my cost. This is actually above my cost. My cost was 126, so I'll get a little appreciation if these are called away. But I collected 752 for that, so that's pretty good. Next, Amazon vertical put credit spread. I think I got the strikes in here wrong. I'll have to go back and look at that. 220 to 210. So it's $10 wide, 25 delta. I collected 214. That's in the process. This Nvidia I did a buy to close on, actually 150. Collected 142 and cost me 56 to buy it back. Ended up with 86. Now I've got a new Nvidia above my cost, 210, and I collected 144 for that. And I've got to put out on QQQI. It's pretty close to the money, the high delta, but I don't mind picking these up because I'm trying to get, my goal is 1,000 shares of all these different covered call ETFs just to have as like a base income coming in every month. So I collected $80 for that. Next up, I'm investing in GE, vertical put credit spread, $10 wide. It's in process. I collected $325 for that. So talk about all these covered call ETFs. These are the dividends that I've received so far for these this month. And I'm trying to build these up so I have 1,000 shares of each. So this number is automatically plugged in right here, and that gives me my total monthly income of all the premium. If I actually look at my report for the month and I sort by buy to close, buy to open, sell to close, sell to open, and then I look at the amount, it comes up to minus 2276. But a big part of that is this SHM call that I bought. So I did a buy to open call on this, and let's go over that real quick. So if I take this 2276, I'll just try to use the real report and kind of see how my own spreadsheet is gauging. So minus 2276. If I subtract out this call that I have, 5550 plus 5550, that gives me 3274. So if I look at the premium that I've collected, that's right around 3274 plus this and this interest and dividends. It comes out roughly the same. So it's pretty accurate. By the way, if you want to get this spreadsheet, you can join my Discord. It's free. If you join here, you go to the welcome. There's my spreadsheet, and then there's also for options beginner course. It'll teach you everything you need to know about selling options for income. And if the stuff I'm talking about is confusing you and sounds like Greek, well then just join the Discord. It's free and get the free course. You can download the spreadsheet as well and use it to track your trades. So this is that SHM that I bought, and I've got this in the cost column here. Once I sell it, I'll put the premium in there, and then that'll be the difference. Let's go look at that. I'm doing a call at 355, so it's pretty far in the money, which cost me 55.50, and this expires in at the time it's like 2 months away, so still got some time. And it had gone up this past week, gone way up to like $70, so this would have been 7,000 minus this 5,500, but it's gone back down. So right now that's a little bit higher than my cost that I could sell this and collect $120. But earlier this week it was like $1,500 that I could have collected, but there's still time. And I think, this stock over the past 1 month has gone up. 1 month, it's up 11%. 3 months, 9-10% almost. Now, if I go back to my Robinhood monthly report and I look at what I bought and sold, so clear all these, buy and sell, you can see here that here's where I bought 10 shares of that Space Mobile. Another 10 shares here. I had QQQ that I've been sitting on for a while, 8 shares. I sold that for about $5,000, almost $5,000. And I used that to buy these covered call ETFs and increase my holdings there. I also had some Meta that, had been waiting. It had gone down below my cost. And Meta came out with some good earnings, so it went way above. So I sold that for $720, 2 shares. Collected this, so I've got that sitting in my account. I might spend that on some more covered call ETFs like QQQI, GPIX, and that sort of thing. This Vanguard, I'm building up about 2 more shares of this. So the VUG I keep talking about, my base that's going to be there long term, this one, and the SHM. And that's about it for this month. I'm trying to take things a little more slowly, a little bit more safely, be more conservative, less puts, more vertical put credit spreads, and less into each stock. So when this NVIDIA and this hood gets taken away from me, I'm going to have, maybe 100 shares each, not 400 and 200, that sort of thing, until my account grows. Spread things out a little bit so I'm not subject to any one of these things going down. And so yeah, 36.64, it's not bad for a month. I'm happy with that. Again, I'm going to keep building these. I'm roughly tracking these in a separate sheet, how much per share that they cost, the current amount of shares that I've got, and the distribution rate. So roughly the monthly and then the yearly, how much it'll bring in. So if I've got up to 1,000 shares of these each, it'll bring in a lot. It'll be worth this much, bring in this much yearly and this much monthly after 30% taxes. I probably pay less, but I could have this coming in steadily each month. So over time, I'll just grow those as a steady source of income. And I think that's it for the month. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.